Talk that shit if you want to. Vikes here, Bengals here, Steelers in the here. There go my boy. Sherman in the building. Yep. Chiefs in the building. Niners in the building. Battle tested. Title of the day's episode. Late night. We ready to get it all the way in. Nice little football conversation, league conversations. Alrighty. So the episodes of Hard Knocks and stuff is about to drop before the weekend is out. We got 2 episodes. Episode 1, Hard Knocks, the class, and then we have the journey story for episode 2. It's gonna start dropping, and we gotta get some conversations going on too, because I gotta holler at Andrew to give our schedule for our television program, and we'll go from there. But right now, man, we are in the league, man. Chase goes wild versus the Bills. First time I seen a real picture up there, 31-28. Jamar Chase was about as good as it gets, and the Dolphins went over the Bills. Chase finishes with 164 yards on the day. He went bonkers. We'll talk about that. The Lions are still reeling after Murray tore through them for 5 touchdown passes. His performance was all the Cardinals needed to roll roll them to the victory. Boom. Boom, throw the ball. Oh, no, I don't throw the ball no more. Yeah, you know who not to throw the ball on. Niggas kill me. And don't think you picking on them Lions over there, man. They're a mixture of they're going to play good football, and then they're going to play sporadic bullshit football because they're super young, baby. So, you're going to get up and down play out of these Lions all year long. I think Coach is going to stay at it. He'll be all right. Oh, man, it just feels good to see the pitchers match. An all-time performance for Darden. Darden scored 3 touchdowns, and the Jaguars could find no answer for the Ravens receiver. And then last night, Arizona makes most of Washington errors, and Washington this week, the hosts were very generous. That means they gave up the ball. 5 turnovers. Simple as that. Career day, Brown was the man last night in the hour, and man of the hour last night for the Lions went over the Broncos. Seemed like the Broncos are just all the way falling off. Somebody on suicide watch, please leave that man alone in chat so he don't quit the league. Because if he quit, and y'all gonna find me a fucking replacement, because I'm tired of chasing people around. Leave him the fuck alone. Piling up yards, but that's what happened when you start shit. I think he started it. All right, man. So the Steelers. I think the Steelers are a sleeper team now, man. I think they're one of the most under the radar teams they starting to get to that level where they can beat some good players over there. I think the AFC North is really a good division, and I like the fact that Jaden Daniels is now the starting quarterback over there. We had a lot of quarterback changes amongst the league, man. Let's go see some things that's going down right now amongst these quarterbacks. So let's get on rosters real fast. Man, that's up for grabs because you got a few of them. I think the West is 3 strong and can be 4 strong when Circle Bob get out of his slump, if he's man enough to get out of that slump, or is he gonna quit and fold? You know what I'm saying? I like the AFC North as well. AFC West, AFC North is it could be battling for one of them top divisions. I think the more the Steelers improve, the better chance we're gonna have to have 4 complete players over there, coaches over there, and 4 good teams. The NFC West is a good division as well, but the problem with the NFC West is inconsistent. The Rams barely play, and the Seahawks play whenever the hell you feel like it too. He lose 2 games, you might not see him for the whole next month. I really like the NFC East as a whole. I think that's a really good division amongst them over there. All of them active, they all play, they all beat up on each other at the end of the day too. So that's a good division. The AFC East is good for them. Their division is pretty solid. Who else?
Don't drink, man.
The NFC
Rank him down
South.
under his drinking.
The NFC South is good when it's a whole. We don't have the Panthers playing right now. So that kind of like made that fall off. So yeah, I think at the end of the day, yeah, they active and they be fighting. You right. So I like the NFC East and I like the West and the North of the AFC right now. As the upper echelon divisions. Again, the NFC West could be the top division. It's just the Rams is killing it a little bit, and then the Seahawks doesn't play enough at times where he stays consistent. So he got to show me he's more than just that first season when he had one of the better teams. You know what I mean? And then he got younger, so he got to go through that part of it too, man. That's a big factor. I don't think people pay attention to that, man. Like with me, I had my team on pace to be at this point now where we like all the way ready, and then I go get rid of 6 starters and replace them with young players, and that shit hurts, man. Especially when you're playing good opponents. When you're playing a first place schedule like that, it can hurt you if you're not doing the right shit with your build. All right, so we know he stands still. Football team. All right, so the football team is going through a little quarterback situation right now. Dustin Crum is the guy, but Kevin Harvey has been playing. And to be honest with you, I think they switched to Kevin Harvey, and he's just too inconsistent, man. It's something about the mobile quarterbacks right now, man. And their inconsistency, the inconsistence of them throwing the football. Like, I'm watching a lot of drags, slants, just get overthrown. I go through it with Lamar all the time. But you lose the X factor to a super. Is he a superstar? Yeah, that's the problem. You lose the X factor to a star, but that speed, that 90 speed, 94 excel, that could do some things. But until you can't get him all the way activated, until he's all the way activated, so he either gotta make a decision right now. But I think right now the football team has it made out on defense. They got one of the top echelon defenses in the league, but they have a quarterback controversy over here, man. They don't know who their number one really is, and if you ain't got a number one, that means you ain't got none. All right, so I think the Saints with Joe Burrow and Kellen Mond. I like the Kellen Mond situation. I know he did try to get rid of Joe Burrow. I'm confused by this. I don't know which quarterback is actually playing for him right now.
Kellen Mond is starting. Burrow is the backup when Kellen Mond gets tired, sort of thing. But,
yeah, it looked like Kellen.
He's gonna have to pay Burrow eventually if he wants to keep both. But I don't see him doing that.
Yeah, Kellen Mond is the guy over here. Got to get that rating up, man. You can't be 66.8, and you can't have more picks than touchdowns. So we're going to have to figure it out over here. Kellen Mond has the flashes of being a guy, though. So I like it over there a little bit. Just got to get it together over here. All right, so Russell Wilson's still here, mentoring. He's starting, still got the role. And you have a dog just waiting for his chance at the end of the day. In my opinion, I'm playing DJ right now. Because it's the thing. You tanked all last year. You blew your team up. You pretty much got younger. You tore the draft up. You go get an X-Factor quarterback in the draft, and then he's really not playing. I don't think you can afford at this position to sit a guy that you planning on playing with as your franchise quarterback. Like, he needs to be on the field right now and like doing way more than just 20 attempts as a quarterback. I will have him on the field as my starter. He's going to develop way faster with Russell Wilson sitting on that roster, and you might as well just lock in with him, because what happens is if you sit him and you redshirt him all year, the following year you're going to go through a rookie season with him. And you need to get that out the way right now and allow him to develop into a 90 overall so he can open all his boxes up and he could be a dog. So I don't know what the Seahawks is doing right now, but in my opinion, the quarterback that he need to be starting is sitting on the sideline right now. Now, with the Steelers, I love it. I love Jaden Daniels. I think he should be the starting quarterback over here. And honestly, he could have been the quarterback that came out on X Factor outside of Spencer Rattler. I gave Spencer Rattler the slighter edge, even though this kid been starting since he was a freshman. So with that being said, I like this guy at quarterback right now. I like it. 83.4. You want to try to get that rating into 100. 727 for touchdown, 6 INTs, and we know this team is a running team. So I think he should make sure, try to get those interceptions down, because you should be running the ball to throw the ball over here with this team. Let's see if Kyle Trask is playing at all. Not really. I'm trying to pause that shit. Wife be like, hell no, what you touching my shit for? Alright, so Texans. Deshaun Watson, they do got a good backup rookie over here that they can redshirt behind Deshaun Watson, so we'll stay there. Titans, Sam Howell. I love Sam Howell. He's one of my favorite guys in college right now. Just got it again. I did a whole thing with the Titans last night. He's starting to learn how to build. Got to get that team put together. It's very, very. He got talent all over this roster. Sam Howell got some receivers to throw to. They just not built over here. So he is the future for this team. I can see him, going forward with this quarterback. He's a stud. All right, to the Vikings, Jay Powler. They lost their head coach. Their my player was sitting right here. I think somebody can use this quarterback and do some things with him. We got a new user in the league right now. Shout out to him joining the league. And I think at this point, I'm not so. When you get a new coach, they not tied to those quarterbacks, man. So I don't know. You got Khalid Williams coming out, the 5-star dual threat quarterback, best quarterback in the draft. Coming out, he is a monster. I don't know what their record is though, but at this point, I don't know if they tied to this quarterback. And if they are, then they do have a solid quarterback. But playing 3 seasons already, he should be in the 90s already. So and it's going to be hard to get that, especially on star. So if I'm the Vikings, I'm looking for another quarterback. Whether I can find me a superstar in the league, somebody not using, or I wait for the draft to handle that. All right, so the Bears, we know he playing with his my player. With Corey Stanley. Now in the Bengals, this gets interesting over here with the Bengals right now. They drafted Joey Yellen on superstar, but they also got Derek King, the best athlete in the draft at that position. You cannot coach speed at the end of the day. 92 speed, 92 acceleration. Now Derek King to me could have been a superstar. I just don't see him as a superstar quarterback in the NFL, so I made that decision. To put him on star, but I don't think this kid goes to the NFL and play quarterback anyway. I think this is one of those dual threat guys that can play any position, and when he do get a job and get drafted, he's going to come out and play a different position for sure. But I like, at this point right now, I like Derek King, and if I'm him, it's a hard decision, man, because Joey Yellen at a superstar rate, 84, I'm not mad at that. They both got the same throw power. This is a hard decision. Do you play the athlete on star, or do you play Joey Yellen on superstar, who's more of a complete quarterback that can sit in that pocket and throw some dots? So I think he's going to ride out with Derek King, and I'm not mad at either situation. This is a great situation to be in because you're playing with 2 rookies at the end of the day. So he's playing them, and if I'm him, I'm going to find out by week 8 which one of these guys I'm going forward with. Simple as that. Josh Allen is for the Bills. The Broncos, Garantano. We really haven't been seeing too much out of Garantano, but this is the starting quarterback over there. Now the Browns and Baker Mayfield right now. Obviously, 28-year-old Baker Mayfield is the starting quarterback over here. They do have a dual threat here that can get some splash plays in. Only 1 year in, 88 speed, 88 excel with that 90 throw power. That shit ain't crushing you when you look at the throw power, but you cannot sit Baker Mayfield. He's the guy at the end of the day. So the Browns are going to rock out with him. Corey got his my player out of the my player quarterbacks in the league. Between him and the Jets quarterback is really the most active, doing the most shit. I like it. Corey doing what he got to do with his quarterback. He got him as one of the top quarterbacks in the league, not just in the NFC, and the entire league since he's been the starter over there. And he got him from superstar to X Factor fast. So that just tells you what he does with his quarterback. Cardinals, Kyler Murray's the man over here. Completely the man over here at the end of the day. Dual threat. He throw the ball, run the ball. He does whatever. He got good command of his offense. And at the end of the day, Kyler Murray has his team undefeated right now. In their last 2 games, they scored over 118 points. So Kyler's on fire right now. Chargers, best quarterback in the league, Justin Herbert. At the end of the day, I mean, the numbers don't lie. No matter what type of game you're playing, whether you're playing a human or a CPU, he has this guy on some Peyton Manning shit. I keep going back to the last Raiders and the Chargers game, man. I just watched that offense. I watched the progression, and I really got to see how good Justin Herbert really is, man, because it wasn't easy to do the things he was doing in that game, and a lot of it was checking at the line of scrimmage, a lot of hot routing, and for a quarterback, I call it the J-gun offense or the H-gun. It's almost like the Jim Kelly experiment where they just K-guns you all day, no huddling, hurry up offense. Sometimes they run a play every 16 seconds, or they slow it down, get back to the line of scrimmage, and they do a lot of hot route adjusting and figuring out the defense. You got to have a smart quarterback to be able to do that, and I love Justin Herbert at the Chargers. They really got them a dog right now. And at the end of the day, for the last couple seasons, he's been the top passer in the league. With the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, man. I think he's starting to find himself, period. This guy got an opportunity to really turn some things around over here. He's finally starting to put it together. I like Patrick Mahomes. I think Patrick Mahomes is the dog. And anytime you got a bunch of speed like you got at wide receiver, man. Reek still 99.99. Hollywood's here now, 99.96. And then you got Harmon 99.97. And don't get it twisted, because Garrett Wilson is a great slot receiver, man. This is this Ohio State kid, great slot receiver over here. So they got wheels, fast. And if you think teams is fast, you come see this speed over here. They fast. The running back level is fast. So I like it. I love Patrick Mahomes. We got a guy that can actually make Patrick Mahomes look good. Davis Mills is the upcoming quarterback right now. This guy went from star to superstar fast. Sleeper, really didn't get to play for Stanford, so a lot of people don't know who he is, but he's a dog. I think he's going to have a really good year in real life in college football this year, 2021. So I like what I love what Max Payne is doing with Davis Mills. He turned him into a legit starter simply because he ran that 4.6 at the pro day. That changed some things over there. Yeah, so I like it. I like him a lot as a starting quarterback for here. He's their franchise. I don't think he need to go get another quarterback. I think he has that guy sitting right here. And the Cowboys. Now, JT Daniels took over the starting job for one reason. He was a superstar and Newman was on normal. That's simple. But Newman played well for the Cowboys when he had to play with him. Now that he got JT Daniels, another guy that in real life should be up for the Heisman this year, especially with the weapons around him in Georgia. JT Daniels, everybody know who he is, modern day. He reclassified. He's a dog quarterback for sure. He transferred from USC, started as a freshman over there, transferred from USC. He's at Georgia right now, and he's going to be a Heisman candidate. I promise you that. So D West got him a real gamer. He got a guy that's very accurate and can command that offense over there. The Cowboys is very impressive this year. D West really has my attention right now, man. They got to do a little story on him. The Dolphins. All right, so Eric Mahoney is in his second season of my player. This is my high school quarterback. He's the starter over there. He's a dual threat guy. But then you go get Desmond Ridder, who's a superstar as well from Cincinnati. And if nobody knows about this kid, go watch his highlights. He is legit. He's going to be the guy that we're going to be talking about in real life when 2021 starts, bottom line. But you still got to play Eric Mahoney right now. Now, my thing is, Ridder's already 80 overall. I'll rock out with Mahoney. But if that separation don't happen, because he's only 6 points behind him, that separation don't happen by week 10, I'm going to start looking at this kid a little bit, especially if I'm checking on my record and things ain't going well for me. But they both got 96 throw power. They both can run. They both mobile. They both can do some things over there. So he's legit with two quarterbacks right now. They just got to grow up. All right, so Jalen Hurts at this point should be in the 90s as well. He's an 84 overall. We've seen Jalen Hurts be special, but we had a different coach using him in Game of Thrones. So I like Mark keeping Jalen Hurts as the starting quarterback right now. He just got to deal with it. What I don't like is that 86 throw power. I don't know if Mark is working his quarterback position at all. But if you can't get nothing out of him to develop a little bit more, you might be looking for a quarterback change over here as well. All right, and the Falcons got Zach Wilson. Now, obviously, Zach Wilson was the third, maybe the first best quarterback in the draft. Now, in my opinion, in real life, he's not better than my boy Justin Fields at all. But they love him, you know. all the draft experts and shit, they love this guy, man. Everybody got him as one or two at quarterback. So I like him, and I think the Falcons are doing a great job around with him. And at the end of the day, he has to build around this guy. So let's take a look at what he's doing. All right, so he went and got DeAndre Swift, and he has his my player at running back. The guys to throw to. All right, so you go get Calvin Ridley back. You go get one of the a really good, to me, he's a slot receiver, Mookie Cooper. We got another slot. Like, we got to get a guy over here. Raheem Jarrett probably can get it done as the number 2 over here. I'm not mad at this. I'm not mad at this receiving core at all. They can grow together. They all still young and they can grow together. So let's see if we can keep those guys together. I think the Falcons is undefeated at this point.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, the Falcons are undefeated. You got the Cardinals undefeated, the Niners are undefeated, and the Falcons, I think, was undefeated as well over there. So Zach Wilson getting it done at the end of the day. Let's look at some numbers on him. 1205, 17 touchdowns, only 8 picks. I mean, he's been sacked 10 times though. 114 rating, that's what I want to see. Completion at 68, solid. All right, yeah, I like it. 10.8 yards per play and 241 per game. Yeah, he balling right now, man. This guy putting the work in right now. This shit. All right, so the 49ers went and got them a rookie from last year, Matt Corral. I love Matt Corral as a quarterback. He has a strong-ass arm, man. Y'all don't know about this guy. Check him out at Ole Miss. This guy has a cannon, man, for real. He played at Deshaun Jackson's high school out in Cali and shit. So this guy's a dog. Right now, he's doing what he has to do for this 49ers team, man. They don't ask him to throw the ball much. But when he has to make some plays, he makes some plays. I'll give you an example. We played last night, and the 49ers pulled the win out there. Let their D play well for them. But with 97 throw power, and you got X-factor receivers running around here, man. You can make bombs. You can throw deep balls down the field, and they had a great one. They threw a great one to Stephon Diggs on the 3rd and 28, about a 50-something yard ball in the air. Catch and run, 8-yard runs, 8 yards after that. So Matt Corral is a cannon. What I would like to know is this. If you shut the 49ers run game down, which is a big if, not too many people can do it. So if you can shut that run game down, can Matt Corral win you a ball game? Giants, Spencer Rattler, obviously. He's the franchise over here. The Giants is off to a good start this year, and it's all because of Spencer Rattler at the end of the day. So I think Spencer Rattler is a game manager and has one of the prettiest deep balls. His accuracy with the deep route or the deep ball throwing is really, really good. So, and I think that's what made me make him an X factor over Jaden Daniels in that draft class. But Spencer Rattler's the guy over here for sure. Jaguars got too many quarterbacks. Obviously, Bryce Young's the starter over here. And the problem is, this is a great quarterback to have on your roster, but the inactivity of the Jaguars coach is just going to have this guy over here rotting away. And the Jets, again, I talked about my players. This is one of the my player quarterbacks that stood out from the door. As soon as they started playing games, Marcus Holmes played at a high level. So I like this guy over here. You don't have to go away from this quarterback at all. You can ride the whole league out with him. And the Lions has my boy Justin Fields, man. He's an absolute dog, and he's exactly what we expect him to be. He's the second fastest quarterback in the league. And he's a dog, bro. He can make the plays. He's tough as a nail. And he can do so much for this team. And as they continue to build, and you pay attention to it, the build is coming. You got 2 superstar running backs, 1 X Factor, 1 superstar. So at the end of the day, the build is coming. You got speed, and you got a real guy that can just play between the tackles. And then at receivers, you got my boy Fakar here over here. You're starting to get the speed. You just got to find out the combination of who you want to use. And find out your 3 to 4 receivers that's going to be on the field for you. And once you find that combination, Justin Fields get comfortable with these guys, he's going to be a problem, man. So at the end of the day, I love Justin Fields where he's at. When you talk about quarterback stories, none other than the Packers can do the things that they do with their quarterbacks, right? So we know Aaron Rodgers was there. Let's talk about Brett Favre being over there while Aaron Rodgers had to sit for 3 seasons and then take over the reins. They had to push Brett Favre out the door, right? Well, Jordan Love got that same type of treatment. Aaron Rodgers was the guy over there, and Jordan Love just sat and learned behind him, and now it's his show. Now, with that being said, you're still bringing in a guy that sat on the bench and developed off red shirt years, right? But he's thrown into the fire now. You have to go with this guy. And I think it's going to take a season before we really get to see Jordan Love start looking like Jordan Love. Like, I think he takes this offense, and especially the way Coach plays, I think this is a good fit for that offense over there. So, I like the Packers and Jordan Love. Panthers, we don't get no activity at all right there. We will probably have another coach on that team in a real short. Dak Prescott's over here for the New England Patriots. Now, it worked out for him last year. Dak Prescott took them to the playoffs. They had one of the best records in the AFC last year. The problem is, can he do it again? They're off to a slow start right now. So Dak Prescott, are you at 30 years old? Is football starting to get past you a little bit? And the Raiders with Trevor Lawrence, man. Trevor Lawrence is a system quarterback. He was a system quarterback at Clemson, and I think a lot of people don't realize that. They got him deemed as the best quarterback in the draft. It's solidified. But I want Trevor Lawrence is a system quarterback. That system over there for the Clemson Tigers, you know, the bubbles and the quick passing game, and really not really having to do too much out of anywhere. Well, T is the same way. It's a system passing attack over here. And the problem is, can you stop that system passing attack? Which makes him one of the best, if not fighting for the best quarterback in the league right now, man. 2 Super Bowls under his belt right now. And the guy is always in the top 3 in passing yards as well. So Trevor Lawrence is the guy. You don't need another quarterback at all. Rams. Now, I like Mac Jones. And the way they talk about Mac Jones probably should be on Superstar at this point. But then he goes and get Hudson Carr, man. And the fact that he's a superstar himself, man, Hudson Carr is going to be a dog in real life for Texas. When y'all see him play this year, you'll come back and be like, he did say that. That's how good this kid's going to be in real life. But, man, 79 overall. I'm cool with that. If I'm the Rams, man, you need to build this team. I would probably play this kid right here, man. Hudson Carr. And, all right, so Lamar, like I said, you got a few dual threat quarterbacks in the league that, I mean, they are. Lamar's weapon X at the end of the day. He's different. They put it this way, Lamar's so good, such a cheat code, that they made him, his kryptonite is he fumbles all the time. I don't understand it. I don't understand why they would do that. I think I think EA said, you know what, this guy is such a cheat code. We got to make people pay for running him all game long type shit. So what they do is they make him fumble if you don't get him on fire. Like, I don't want trust as my ability, but I need it because he fumbles once a game just getting arm tackle. Something about him that make him let that ball go. We losing connection out this bitch. Wow.
What the heck?
Am I still broadcasting? Yeah, it's still broadcasting. The game been tripping all day, bro. Alright, give me a second. I'm going to have to restart this shit. Definitely not going to be able to do it this way. They won't even let us change the settings right now, bro.